Hello. I think this will be my first real video. I've done loads of tests with my first real video. Um, Today is the 25th of June, 2021, 15:53 UK time. There's a lot of chaos. Well, there's been chaos going on for years and years and years, actually. Decades, hundreds of years. But with all the current chaos going on, so at the moment there's some sort of political doodah with one of the persons, and I'm not going to name names because I don't do politics. I don't really care about these people, um, because to me politics is it's just two arms off the same body, so to speak, no matter who you vote for or whatever. So somebody's been caught out flouting rules by having an affair and caught hugging in public and all that garbage. And social media, and bear in mind, the only social media I do is Twitter, but social media is full of people going on about, you know, we followed the rules and they're not following the rules and they're to blame and all this other stuff. And all of this garbage is just bread and circuses. It's to keep us divided, it's to keep us angry, it's to keep us busy. But it's just put there so that they can do whatever they want to do, their agenda behind the scene, and then we don't see it. And in fact, anything like that that's being put in the news makes me think, what is really going on? What kind of, I don't know, laws, legislation, what kind of dirty dealings are they doing? Because something's going on for them to put a distraction. It's like, look over here, look at the bunny, look at the funny thing here, so that they can do stuff back there. And that's exactly what's going on. And the other thing that really, so I think, blaming people and all that stuff, what's the point? It serves no purpose. We have to start, us humans, us people, the real people in this country, and in all the countries on the planet, have to start thinking about looking after ourselves, because we're still kowtowing to an entity. And let's be fair, government, although there's people that work there, it's an entity. Government is an entity. And we're all still kowtowing to this thing, as if it knows better how to run our lives and what we need and what we don't need, which is all bullshit. We all know what we want in our lives and what we don't want. So we have to start doing it. And I hear a lot of people moaning and complaining and grumbling and all that, but all we're doing is acting like just spoiled, I don't even want to say children, because children actually are quite grown up at times, but we're acting very immature, because I believe it would benefit us right now is to be thinking about solutions. So how can we create a community, a town, even just our own little, wherever we live, our enclave, whether it's a village or wherever we live, creating that community that can be self-sufficient by itself without relying on anything else. Because at the moment, these people, or the entity of governments, not they're not representing us. They're supposed to be representing us. We apparently vote them in, it's all bullshit. It's all just theater, so that they give us the impression that we actually have a voice and that we count. But it's just an illusion. The whole thing's an illusion. But they're supposed to be representing us, and they're supposed to be accountable to us. And we've actually got the opposite, where everybody fears government and they'll moan about it. It is like a parent-child relationship. How many times during your childhood did your parents say, you can't do that, or it's bedtime, you must go to bed? And you moan and you kick back and you fuss and everything else. I see kids who do it, kids who do it all the time, because we don't want to do it. We're strong-willed and we want to do what we want to do. And this is exactly what we're doing, is mommy, daddy, government is saying, you must do this, you must not do that, or whatever the rules are. And people are doing it, but they don't want to do it. And yet we're all supposed to be grown up. If we're old enough to have a job and pay bills and pay tax and all this other garbage that we're meant to be doing, then we're old enough to say, I don't want to be part of that, and to create our own communities. And people, I feel, don't yet know that the power is in the population. The more of us that say, sod that institution, we're going to create our own communities, then the easier it would be for us to kind of get back on track of people having happy, abundant, fulfilling lives. And I don't know how long this behavior is going to last. At some point, I totally believe at some point, each and every one of us is going to be met with our, I guess, worst fear. We're all going to confront something, and it's going to be different for each of us. So some people's fear might be, I don't know, their child having problems being in school because they're not following rules or not wanting to follow the rules. For other people, it might be something of a legal matter. It's going to be different for everybody. We're all going to be facing, I mean, for some people, it's just the idea of going out their house. There's some people I've heard of that have been in their house for the last year and a half and have not left their homes. So everybody's going to be confronted of it. And it's almost like the universe is saying, you will recognize your power. You have no choice. Each and every one of us have no choice. We have to recognize our power. And once we do and step into it, there's no stopping us. And they know that. That's why they're trying to keep us down. Anyway, I don't want to rattle on and on and on. I just get frustrated by the stuff I read. And it's just, social media is about just people bitching and moaning, bitching and moaning. Oh, can you believe they've done this? Oh, can you believe they're telling us to do that? Well, then don't do it. You're a grown up, for goodness sake. Just do what you want to do. As long as you are doing no harm to anyone, as long as you are living with integrity and with truth and with love, that's it. That's the rules of life. You live by those things. You do the best you can. You don't harm anybody. Anyway, thank you for listening. This my first video is rather cool. Have a good day wherever you are on this planet, and namaste.